I would love to understand how Jamaicans and Kenyans are so intertwined.
Jamaicans and Kenyans are not intertwined and interconnected, so I don't know where you get that from. All right, we're totally two different people. All right, and you mentioned about the behavior. We're not, we're not similar. We're not the same. We have two different personalities. I currently live in Kenya right now. I'm in a small town named Bumala. I don't see anybody that strike me as a Jamaican. All I'm seeing is Kenyans being nice, warm. They get along very good. You know, they treat me good, but I don't see anything Jamaican because in Jamaica, it's not like that around here. Jamaicans are more um aggressive, you know, assertive, strict. Yes, we can be kind people, but we're not that kind. We're not that friendly. All right, we don't trust people like that. You know, we have our walls up because there's a lot of bad people, and we can read people very well. So we're not the same in terms of behavior and personality. Then you went on to talk about the food. Our foods are different. We don't have the same type of food. You mentioned rice and beans. Well, we don't call it rice and beans. We call it rice and peas. And we put coconut milk in our rice and peas, and we use brown rice. You guys use white rice. It's not the same. Totally different. And what you said was very vague because you make it seem like only Kenya and Jamaica eat rice and beans. But you go to any country around the world, they eat the same thing. Rice and beans is a thing in many countries, if not all countries, not just Kenya and Jamaica. Then you went on to talk about the Rastas. The Rastas getting their locks from the Mama people. That's not true because the Rastas came about in the 1930s. They've been growing their hair back then, and they got their inspiration from the Bible. I don't really know too much about the Bible because I'm a Muslim. So from what I was told by the Rastas, that they got the ideology from the Nazarites because they were known to grow their hair as locks. Maybe not like the Rastas how they grow their hair, but their hair was more natted up. They didn't shave, so they just let their hair grow out. So that's where they got their inspiration from, not from the Mamas like that didn't jump off until 1952. All right, so that was incorrect. Then you went on to talk about Jamaicans referring to themselves as Kamau. What is that? What is Kamau? I've never heard a Jamaican, including myself, use that word. I've never heard that word in my life. And if I were to ask my family if they ever referred to themselves as that or if they ever heard that word, most likely they would say no because we don't use words from East Africa. We don't speak Swahili. Okay, we don't speak any language that is similar to Swahili or what you said. Uh, I forgot the name of the other tribe that you mentioned, but yeah, we don't speak any language that's similar or the same as East African. We don't really know you guys like that. The only East African people that we know of are the Ethiopians because of the Rastas. All right, they're more intertwined and interconnected because without the Rastas, Jamaicans as a whole, we wouldn't know about Ethiopia like that. Then you went on to talk about the Matatus. All right, so the Matatus that I see out here in Bumala, they remind me of the Haitian tap taps. And I think you guys got your inspiration from the Haitians because in Haiti, there's nothing but tap taps all over the place. All right, that's their form of transportation. And just like in Kenya, the buses in Haiti, their buses are they're decorated of lights. You know, they also have them in Miami, in North Miami and Little Haiti, because there's a large Haitian community over there. They drive the tap tap buses over there as well. And every time I go outside of Bumala, that's what I'm like, this look just like the tap taps that I see in Miami. So I think you guys got your inspiration from them, and I don't know why you guys keep comparing the Matatu buses to the Jamaicans when we don't decorate our buses like that. Our buses are just white. We just have white buses. You might see a black one or you might see a yellow one, but we just have plain buses. We don't put any decorations on them. So there's really no comparison. So I can understand why you say, oh, the Kenyans won that one. Of course they're gonna win by default because we don't decorate our buses. If anything, you guys should compare your buses to to the Haitians, the Haitian tap tap buses, which I believe you got your influence from them because Haitians are very crafty people. All right, so if that's the case, you guys should give credit to the Haitians because they're known for their tap tap buses, not so much with Kenyans with their matatus. Then you went on to say that Kenyans don't really connect with the other Caribbean islands. You mentioned Haiti and Trinidad and Tobago. Well, that's your problem because you guys choose not to connect with the other Caribbean islands. And I noticed that you guys are going by the hype of Jamaica. All right. Yes, Jamaica is the most well known country around the planet. All right. I get that. But that's not to neglect the Haitian culture, the St. Lucian culture, the Cuban culture, the Dominican culture, I mean, there's no reason to do that because if you want to connect with the Caribbean people, don't just focus on Jamaicans. It's not that many of us. Now, there's about what 20 something islands in the Caribbean, and on I think only 16 of them are independent, and the rest is dependent. There's nothing wrong with connecting with the other Caribbean people. But don't just focus on us because you guys are way too obsessed with us and it's scary. And it's to the point where I'm I might just identify as an American opposed to identifying as a Jamaican. All right? But I haven't come across any weird Kenyans, want to stalk me or call my phone and stuff like that. I haven't experienced any of that. But I know a lot of Kenyans, they're very obsessed with Jamaican culture to the point where they'll make a YouTube video, I mean, a YouTube channel, and they just dedicate their whole page to just Jamaica. And that's not right because what you guys are doing is exploiting. All right, you don't exploit your own culture. Why exploiting us? You don't know us like that. You never been to Jamaica, so why talk about us? Talk about what you know. Don't talk about what you don't know. I understand you guys may like reggae and whatever, but don't overstep your boundaries by talking about things like politics and stuff that goes on in Jamaica. Jamaica is not a black country. Jamaica is a multi-ethnic country with a large black population, but you also have a large non-black population who contribute a lot to Jamaica. You get me? So we're not the same. We're Caribbean people. We're not African people, and that needs to be respected. So I'm gonna end this video, and this is no hate. I love Kenyans. This is why I'm here. I'm in Womala with my girlfriend. She's Kenyan. She's of the Luo tribe. So I'll make more videos on TikTok and stay tuned.